All right, here we go. Here we go. Postgame live. What do you want to talk about today, JLs?
Yo, that Lakers game was crazy, CP.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Listen, man. Since that Laker heroic win, we are coming in on a cold streak with the show. Knicks get bludgeoned by the Utah Jazz tonight, 137 to 116, on what looked to be Donovan Mitchell Appreciation Night at the Garden.
Donovan Mitchell Appreciation Night.
JLs, the name of the game, defensive effort, defensive intensity, whatever you want to call it, just was not there. Give me your takes on what the hell happened tonight, man.
It seemed like the Knicks didn't learn from the first beatdown versus the Jazz.
Yeah.
They got all the same shots they got the last game.
It was like the last game all over again, man.
Yeah. It's funny because I actually wanted Luke in this game because I kind of remember the last game, Knicks versus Utah. Luke was semi-formidable.
Yeah.
He stopped the bleeding of the conga line, and it seemed like when he came in this game, matched with Nitch together, something started to happen a little bit just to slow down some of the defense.
Yep, exactly.
I wish they would have came to that sooner. But, yeah, man, it was too much threes, too many layups. All the best analytical shots that you can take in the NBA, they took them today, and they took advantage of us.
Well, Luke seems to be a bit in the doghouse, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Take a look at this shot chart, man. Take a look at this shot chart. You said it was the three-pointers. Just take a look at this shot chart real quick, and we'll get back to the highlights. The hot zone, okay? The Utah Jazz went 24 of 36 in the paint. Okay? Nice. They hit 23 pointers, J. Ellis. 23 pointers.
Yikes.
Okay?
Woo.
Incredible. Their points came from three-pointers.
That's a hot zone? Jesus
Their
Christ.
points came from three-pointers, dunks, and layups. Inside and outside, pick your poison, man. Crazy.
The whole court is red.
The whole court is bleeding right now, JLs. Bleeding. I just got word Joe Ingles is still hitting threes with the lights off right now. That's how bad it is right now, JLs. Listen, man. Let's paint the game notes to put in proper perspective. Obviously, this is a well-oiled Utah Jazz machine. They're getting healthy at the right time. They got the spider back. Joe Ingles is a beast. Gobert's a man's a paint in the middle. They got Jay Crowder for defense. Derek Favors mixes it up on both ends. This is a good team. This is a nice young team. We've seen them on their rise since last playoffs, and we got washed in both games by a combination of maybe 80 points.
Yeah, man. They got 74 points in the first half. Good Lord. God.
Good Lord.
And it almost hit like an NBA Jam type score to end the game with. But they only scored 20-something in the fourth, so I guess that counts as slowing them down.
137 points in regulation, man. Go ahead.
You know what? I know a lot of bad things happened this game, but I will concentrate on some of the good.
Let's get to some of the good. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. Mitchell Robinson.
Yes.
He broke every single block record known to man in one day.
Block Nest Monster, of course. Yes.
Yeah, the Block Nest Monster. Word. Like he beat CP. Not BC. I'm saying not CP. I'm getting my P's mixed up.
All good.
He beat KP. Got 135 blocked shots, which is a new franchise record. 29 straight games with at least one block as a rookie, beating Patrick Ewing's
record. Yep, the great one.
19 straight games with 2 blocks.
Yep. I think it was 20, no? It might have been 20, but all right, 19.
Yeah, new Knicks rookie record, and he leads the league in block three-pointers.
Yeah. Incredible.
So, if we can take anything away from today's game, it is the shining star of Mitch who's helping us keep this season bearable as we hobble down the stretch.
He's been the highlight of this campaign. Knicks now 14-58. Jay Ellis, 10 more games left. We got 10 more games left, people. Hang on. We got 10 more games left, and then we can start talking about the exciting things again.
Mm-hmm.
On this show, Jay Ellis, it's all about the silver linings. This is why we come on and talk Knicks.
Yep.
Because we can't talk about wins.
Nah.
So we gotta talk about the good things. But no, listen, Mitch was definitely a good thing, as you talked about the block statistics. Once again, I thought Mitch kept his effort and intensity up despite us getting washed most of the game. Finished with 14 points, 12 boards, 3 block shots. I thought Mitch kept his intensity up. Another bright spot I want to talk about on the offensive side, and I want to stress on the offensive side.
Yes, stress that.
And you know where I'm going. Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox had a solid game offensively, man. 27 points, 8 boards, 10 of 17 shooting, 3 of 6 from downtown. I thought offensively, Kevin Knox, this is probably one of his best games, even though some of those points and some of those shots came in complete garbage time. I still thought he looked good. I thought he got into his spots well. They had him, and credit Sean Shepard for noting this also. They had him running the offense in the half court a little bit, man. As a primary ball handler. Knicks were down DSJ, down Kadeem Allen, down Isozo. I was ready to go to the Garden on my way to work, Jay Ellis, and just see if Fizz needed me to suit up, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Too, man. I want that extra little check, man. I'm like, listen, Fizz, you need a backup, I got you.
I'll sign him one day. I don't need a 10-day. Give me a 1-day, Fizz.
I'll sign a 7-hour, dog.
You know what I mean? Just give me a 7-hour, man. Let me suit up. You know what I'm saying? I'll give John Jenkins a haircut or something and support the team. But
I'll pass more to Moutier too.
Yeah, but talk about Knox, man. What'd you think about Knox's just how he looked offensively in certain spots?
Man, very comfortable. You can tell, like when I was watching him play, at least on the offensive end anyway. That floater, man. I feel like that floater next season.
Yeah.
Like it's deadly already, but once that handle gets a little bit tighter and he's able to maneuver through his spots like he was trying to do it today, I feel like that floater is going to be amazing. That's going to be such a great weapon.
I agree.
And if the 3-point shooting can stay consistent, then we'll have something. We'll have Knox looking at that shot chart we just saw earlier. You know what I'm saying? Hitting all the red and the threes and right under the paint. And I also, you know what, too? Maybe making Knox more of a ball handler is the key to unlocking his full potential, because we saw in the summer league when he was doing well. Yeah, he was doing well, bringing the ball up in the top of the key, working in pick and roll situations.
Yes.
I think I seen the stat. I don't know where I saw the stat. I think it was the Athletic, where he's in the 65th percentile in pick and roll situations, even though he doesn't do it that much. All in all, yeah, he's looking good. I feel like maybe we should keep doing that, man.
Yeah, I mean, why hasn't Fizz been going to this earlier in the season, man? We don't see it that much.
Yeah, we don't. I guess it's because we have so many point guards you're trying to develop at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you want to get Frank, you want to get Moutier, all those guys, kind of familiar with the pick and roll at the top of the key. But it seems like you got to throw Knox in that Mitch as well, and this is a perfect opportunity for him to get his feet wet with all the point guards kind of down.
I agree, man. I agree. It would have definitely been a perfect opportunity. On the flip side, defensively, needs work. Needs a lot of work, man. A lot of work. Part of the reason these guys like Joe Ingles and stuff was going off was because Knox was also the matador out there on defense, man. He needs some work, man. Needs some work.
That's one thing. Oh, man. Like, I was worried about this from last season, from the draft. Sometimes between the ears, he looks a little bit lost, man. You don't know what's going on there sometimes. He kind of stands around sometimes. He's matador sometimes. I'm hoping that he looks at a lot of tape over the summer and slides his feet. He's the worst on his motor
Yeah.
Works on his motor, works on getting stronger. He has a lot to work on that side of the
field. A lot to work on. And he said after the Laker game, he spoke to LeBron, and LeBron was basically giving him them same words of encouragement, affect the game in other areas outside of just scoring. So, but, like we said, he's only 19. This is his rookie year. Had a lot of ups and downs in this rookie season. Maybe some more downs and ups as we would like it to be. But listen, I thought, like we said, Knox offensively, he was pretty good out there tonight, but defensively left a lot to be desired. You saw there was one play where he missed his assignment, was late on the rotation, and DeAndre Jordan kind of threw him under the bus a little bit. He was kind of tight at him for missing that assignment. I thought at that moment, this is a moment where, from an accountability standpoint, if you're Fizzdale, you sit him down. You put in John Jenkins. We was already getting washed. Let that be a teachable moment. But he let him rock anyway. But all right, just a little nitpick there with the coach.
No, it's not even a nitpick. I feel like that's a fair criticism considering he's supposed to teach defense. I don't know what makes. I guess the rest of the season is a wash as far as that. I'm hoping next season he rewards players with playing time who play defense.
Yeah,
like that has to be something that they keep in the back of their mind. If I miss this rotation, if I'm not trying hard enough, I'm going to get my minutes taken away from me. He needs to establish that.
That's right. That's right. But my thing is, though, and you mentioned the defensive thing. Shout out to everybody in the chat. This is Postgame Live, #1 postgame show on YouTube for the Knicks fan by the Knicks fan. CP from the KnicksFanTV. My man Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time show. Just had to do that check-in real quick. We didn't get to check in with the chat. But back to the defense. Fizz came in this year, Jay Ellis in the chat, as a defensive-minded head coach. He came in the press conference. We're going to bring the pride back to the Garden. We're going to bring the defense, hard-nosed, physical, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, and listen, I get it. This is a tank season. I get it. The talent isn't there. But how much do you put on this coach, Jay Ellis, to not hold these players accountable, to not, this is our house, man. We can't, Donovan Mitchell was toying with us out there. Joe Ingles was toying with us out there, laughing at us out there, man. So how much is it on the coach to get into these guys and get these guys playing defense, effort every night? Yeah, I know it's only 10 games left. We're 14-58. When these guys are bombing away from the three-point lane, I'm sure from a human nature standpoint, you have to be completely dejected based on how the season is going. But come on, Jay Ellis, man.
Yeah, man. I just would like, you can see the stress on Fizz's face.
Yeah, he's stressed. He's stressed. Of course.
Yeah, like
it's been a long season.
Yeah. He has that Obama face in the fourth year, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's looking a little bit stressed right now. And I hope he takes that stress out on these players, man. I hope these players accountable, man. Like, some of that is the players' fault.
Of course. Players play.
It has to reinforce. It has to
reinforce, man.
Has to reinforce.
This is why we brought the guy here, man.
Exactly.
This is why we brought the guy here. I mean, these guys hit 23 pointers. Joe Ingles, all his points came from 3-pointers, JLs. All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
And it starts the defense, man. And the breakdowns were everywhere. First of all, the penetration from the point guards caused the collapse all over the floor. So once that penetration started, they was able to get whatever they want, however they want.
Which is our MO.
Yeah.
Which is our MO.
So, they were taking advantage of everybody. Mitchell was taking advantage of Dot, Moutier, everybody. It was everybody's fault today, man.
Yeah, Dot was getting cooked. Let's be honest. Dot was getting cooked out there. Mitchell was having his way with everybody. Joe Ingles, 6 of 9, all 3-pointers, 18.7 dimes in 24 minutes.
Yeah.
It was ugly, man. But, when is this coach gonna drill some defense into these dudes? I don't know.
I don't know. Yet to remain. Remains to be seen.
Not sure. Speaking of Dotson, we went, defensively wasn't there. Offensively, 4-9 from downtown, 7-13 overall, 21 points. He's continuing his hot streak from downtown, Jay Ellis. You know what I mean? Whole team dot. Yeah. Guys in the chat, listen, CP, Ace Bez, they say he's overrated. I'm not rating him as a potential starter on this team. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rating him as that. But I continue to see him when this team becomes respectable. I continue to see Dotson as having a solid role off the bench in scoring and hopefully improving his defense. That's how I see Dotson. Nothing more.
For me, it depends on the role. That's what I always say. It depends on the role. Like if he's he's a good floor spacer, and he's aggressive enough shooting the three where if you have a guy like KD come in and you want to keep the defense honest, he's a good person to have next to him because he's going to pull the trigger, and it seems like he's trending upward into hitting threes in his career.
That's right.
So I feel like he'll be okay in any role, starting next to a star or coming off the bench and being a 3-point threat.
Spread the floor, spread the defense, man. Dotson is going to be able to do that once his team improves, man. I have no doubt about it. Defensively, he obviously needs to step it up a bit. He got torched today.
Yeah, defense, ball handling, and the layups. Like I said, he have to continue hitting layups at a higher clip because it seemed like the 2-pointers were getting harder than 3-pointers. Great day today. Great day. He didn't blow layups today.
Absolutely, man.
Keep that up, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's our takeaways for now. Once again, this is Postgame Live. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. CP from KnicksFanTV, my man Jay Ellis from Nick of Time Show. Subscribe to the channels. Support your boys.
Yeah,
if you're here watching, hey, man, you guys are the truth.
Yeah.
You deserve a thumbs up for supporting us, man.
That's a fact. Yo, check out the new podcast that just dropped today on my YouTube channel, yo.
Yes, sir.
Got the new cameras today.
Yo, new cameras looking crispy,
man. Looking real crispy.
New cameras looking crispy, JL. It's good stuff on that, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. Hopefully we get to keep them.
Absolutely, man. So let's go to the phones. We spoke on Fizz and his defensive effort. Julian wants to chime in on this. He says he's fed up with Fizz, man. Julian, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, CP and Jay Ellis? Man, I just wanted to come in here. I just want to berate David Fizzdale for like a quick minute, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
You know, listen. One more practice for Frank Ntilikina. Is this serious? Are we being? Is that the excuse we're using right now?
And so, just to stop you there, Julian. News is that Frank is on the way back. He was out today, but with so many point guards out, they say he needs another extra day of practice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, JL. I mean, with so many point guards out, I couldn't see why he couldn't get his practice minutes in this game.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. I didn't get it. I was like, wait, what? You talking about practice? Like right now? When we're not in the playoffs and we're not competing and we don't have any point guards, you're talking about practice? Like, what the hell? Throw him in the game.
Why not? I don't see it. I don't see what the issue was. But go ahead, Julian.
Yeah, man. I think it's just he has to learn like this complex offense Fizz is teaching everybody. I think that's what it is. But and anyway, look, like there's no logical reason behind sitting a kid who's healthy now, and you only have one point guard, and that one point guard isn't even a real NBA point guard. He's Emmanuel Mudiay. I mean, like, the Knicks noticeably looked better with him off the court. And there was no point guards on the court.
Yeah, when they had Mario and Knox running the offense, things were moving pretty swell.
That was crazy.
And Ellington.
Yeah, and Ellington.
It's getting pathetic. I mean, Knox, Robinson, Trier, Dotson, and Frank are the only Knicks on this roster I really want back next year. You look at it, like, this roster is full of bums. And, I guess we like to kid ourselves a lot and think, and I like Hazonia. I'll take him on a minimum, and maybe DJ as well.
Hey, you know what, man? Mario's playing with some heart, man. One thing about Mario Hazonia,
Yeah.
I wanted him out of here earlier. He's one of the few that actually cares night in and night out when he plays. I like that.
Yeah.
He played respectable defense tonight. So
Yeah.
you got to commend him for that. He one of one on the team tonight to play any good. Jeez, and look, I don't want to get on Fizz too much because he's trying to make chicken salad out of chicken, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just it's so frustrating, and I can only imagine the way he's feeling right now with these kids. He's telling them what to do. They're just it's in one year, out the other, and I guess a lot of them have began to phone it in because it is 10 games left. They are 14-58, and that is the human aspect of it.
Yeah,
and I completely get that. But you're collecting that check every 2 weeks or whatever. You got to be putting in your 100% every single day. And so to nights like this where Joe Ingles is getting left 10 feet open for a three, it's just unacceptable. You can't have that.
You can't have that, man.
Recognize 3-point shooters in this league.
You can't have
recognize 3-point shooters. Unbelievable, man. That's all I got.
All right, Julie, man. Appreciate it, bro. Hang in there, man. We got 10 games left, bro.
Yeah.
Hang in there, man.
Yeah, yes.
10 games left.
It's almost March.
It is March.
May.
It is
I mean,
March.
May. My bad, May. It's almost.
And speaking of March, St. John's is down 15 points. Come on, Johnnies, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, St.
John's.
Come on,
Shamari. Come on.
St. John's down 52-37 to Arizona State right now in the play-in game. Just hit a 3, down by 12. St. John's just can't crack it, man. Just can't crack it.
Damn.
Let's go to. So Julian says, he's tired of the Fizz Act. Ayo Pal says we got to go easy on Fizz. What's going on, bro? Let us know what it is, man. What's going on, bro?
All right, man. I just want to ask a simple question because I feel like you said, the season is already over, and by the time next year, I'm sure most of our teammates will be gone with some new additions. Hopefully, Zion. Why do we keep blaming Fizz? Because there's times when our team plays defensively well, hence in point Mario the other day, but then there's times like today when they don't. Whose fault is it really? Do you think is it Fizz or is it the players? Because I feel like our players themselves, due to the inexperience, are not good defensively when it counts. That's my opinion. But do you think this is really on Fizz or the players? I'm curious, man, because the coach can give them all the types of defensive plays that have been shown to be successful throughout some of our games against Magic, against the Spurs. Y'all remember those games? But then today, it didn't show out. So I'm thinking the players, man. Fizz can give them all the plays that they need to do, but if they can't fulfill it, and then it's not Fizz's fault. Am I wrong or am I right? I don't know whose fault it is.
Yeah, JS.
It's a mix of both. I mean, I get it. It's a mix of both. It's to me, there's certain players who just have not got it. And I don't know why. And maybe it's just they're still too young. Knox is one of the main culprits of the bad defense. Yeah. And you're fighting two philosophies. You're fighting, give him more reps so he'll know how to play defense, or sit him to punish him so he'll be paying more attention. I feel like Fizz has gone full throttle on maybe more reps will work for him, and it hasn't been helping so far. So in that regard, I guess you can say both of their faults. Try something else. Bench him one time.
Something. I mean, listen, I agree. I agree with Ayo Pal. Listen, I'm always a guy that says players play, coaches coach. You know what I'm saying? I put more emphasis on wins and losses on the players than I do on the coach. But I still think that, coming off, we just got washed in Toronto, man. And we come home and put up a stinker. This game is over from the first minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to rip.
I mean, let's be honest, BP. We've been getting washed this whole season.
Of course, no question, no question about it.
Different, you know what I mean?
No question about it.
You know what it is though. I felt like beginning of the season until the halftime, the halfway mark, I feel like we've been fighting for the most part. Like we didn't have too many bad games. So after All-Star break is here now, and now it seems like the washing is coming even more and more. It's weird. It's kind of weird. It's like, yo, what happened? I felt like we was fighting more at certain points.
Right.
I mean, it's funny because we won a couple of games, but then we follow that up with like a spanking.
I'm just looking for a bit more consistency in terms of holding players accountable. Show some more fire. You know, when Kevin Knox is missing on his assignments, sub him out. Get him out of there.
Yeah. Yo, all I gotta say, man, is like, well, we don't know what's happening behind closed doors. Like, we don't know what Fizz tells Knox when he's like not playing right. But at the end of the day, all I gotta say is this, right? Yeah. My point is this: I want the Knicks for now, especially us, to kind of like just wait until next season, because next season we get the top 3 pick. Hopefully, like I said, it's Zion, and then now we can judge Fizz. Because what I don't want to happen is for the Knicks to keep blaming the coach like the Lakers have been doing every time like something wrong goes off. Because like what tends to happen is whatever the fans talk about, whatever the fans write on Twitter, on Reddit, and on YouTube, the media actually picks it up. Sure. So what we're talking about when we're blaming the coach, ESPN is going to go now and they say, oh, is this Fizzdale's fault? Sure. And like, you know what I mean? They pick up on what we're talking about. Like, we got to like wait on this. Like, I feel like we should just. It's almost like I said, it's 10 games. None of this conversation matters. But
I agree. And you know what the scary thing is that in the worst case offseason scenario, if we get say the 4th or 5th pick and get no free agents, and it's just the tank all over again, it's not gonna be easy for them, man. Because this town, we're just not gonna have the patience, even though we don't have the horses. We're just not gonna have it. We just unfortunately we're just not gonna have it.
Because like the thing about it is, everything that we talk about in social media, whether we believe it or not, the players and the coaches actually read that. And then even though it's a rumor at the beginning, the rumor winds up becoming true, even if it's just like, even if it's a little bit off. Like at first, like Luke Walton getting fired was just a rumor, and now it's becoming true. Because we know they're gonna get fired, and everybody's putting the pressure on like the Laker media, and I just don't want the Knicks to make the same mistakes again. Now that we have like a clean slate, we gotta like be patient, because next season is like when we can really like start to judge Fizz and be like, yo, we don't have this snake Zingas no more. Yeah. We're about to get one of the top 3 guys, and then now we're gonna have a healthy roster and a clean roster. So let's just, you know what I mean? Let's just see.
I'm with it, man.
But tonight was over. All right, shout out to Donovan. New York-born player, not playing for New York. Always happens.
And rub
destiny
and just destroyed us, man. Yeah. Appreciate the call, bro. Oh man.
Yeah, man. Have a good evening, y'all. Thank you.
Thanks again, man. Thanks again.
Good call, man.
The Spider just wanted to remind us every trip down in court, JLs, that.
Oh yeah, you passed up on me.
I could have been yours, man.
I take that one too.
I could have been yours, man.
I don't know. Maybe when is his contract up?
We're gonna be talking about the Spider free agency next season. Next season, we're gonna be talking about chasing the Spider in free agency. Bring home Donovan Mitchell. We need a shooting guard.
Oh hell yeah! Bring him home, damn it. Let's do it. Lord.
Man, oh man, JL. It's like Ron Cleveland says.
Yeah, man.
But I do really fear that though, man. I really fear that if this thing, doesn't go as we hope, and it's not Zion, but it's Cam Reddish. You know what I mean?
God no.
And it's not KD, it's not Kyrie, but it's the return of Emmanuel Mudiay.
The fact remains. Here's the thing, CP. If that is the case, the fact remains, it will be hard on us Knicks fans to watch. But at the same time, it wouldn't be the end of the world. It would be a longer rebuild. It'll be a painful rebuild.
It will be. But I feel like the pressure will be mounting on him in only second hand. That's still not fair to him.
Yeah.
That's my thing. The pressure will be mounting on him.
The pressure definitely will be mounting on him, and people will definitely be questioning him as a coach. But it also kind of depends on these guys' development as well, man. If these guys actually get better in the offseason, then things look better for him as a coach. They're supposed to be a development type of coaching staff. Let's see what these guys do in the summer. Let's see if Mitch ends up averaging a double-double and 2 blocks.
True.
Or 3. Let's see if the rest of these guys come back and Trey comes back and he's more consistent on both ends. Like, we'll see if Dotson's a 3-point shot. But we'll see if these pieces take the next step.
Yeah, true indeed, man. All right, Ari's in the building. Ari, man, Ari wants to talk about Fizz and Knox. How you feeling, bro?
Hey, what's up, man? How you guys doing?
Good, man. What's going on?
Yep.
So with I'm good. So with the Fizzdale stuff, like personally, me, I would have benched Kevin. I called in a while ago, and I'm like, they don't hold anybody. Like, Fizzdale don't hold anybody accountable. Like, you can't coddle these kids. Like, you have to, especially young people. You have to be disciplined. You know what I mean? Like, you think Coach K or John Calipari would put up with what these guys, like the laziness and this kind of stuff? Of course not. You know what I mean? I feel like he's not doing justice for these kids by coddling them and basically letting Kevin Knox play 47 minutes tonight. I don't understand the reasoning behind it. But what I think is important, I think it's kind of like his blessing and his curse, because what a lot of people don't understand is you're not going to be able to really judge Fizzdale until after free agency, because he was brought in for free agency.
Yes. He's
a politician. You know what I mean? No, everybody knows that, if we wanted an X's and O's guy, we would have just got Budenholzer. Look what he's doing with Milwaukee. He revolutionized the team. You know what I mean? But Fizzdale, he's a politician. He has really good relationships with players in the league. A lot of players, you hear it all the time, love to play with him. And the reason they love to play with him is because he always has their back, which is good, but it also doesn't, improve their discipline. And then, sometimes I feel like he has to toe the line between, being a player's coach, but also, when enough is enough at a certain time. Like, you have to be held accountable for your actions. But, like I said, Knicks fans are always quick to judge, right? So everyone hates Fizzdale right now. But then once this summer Kevin Durant signs and he goes, I love Coach Fizz, I'm excited to get to work with him. It's going to be like, okay, you see, this is why we brought Fizzdale in, right?
Yeah.
So I just asked Knicks fans to be patient with him and see if we do well in free agency. Kevin, you think any other coach would have been able to have LeBron James speak to his rookie for 15 minutes after the game on the opposing team if it wasn't for his relationships? That's what he is. He's a relationships guy. So let's just see what happens.
Okay.
What do you guys think about that?
No, I agree, man. I agree. I think the talent and infusion of talent will certainly have us changing our tune about Fizz. But like I said, I'm just worried that if we don't get that talent, the pressure's gonna build up on him like crazy next year. Pressure's gonna build up like crazy next year.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you too, because I think like JL said, listen, as long as we just keep the flexibility and don't spend the cap, it's not the end of the world. We're just gonna have to rebuild a little longer. And it's not just about signing free agents. If you have that salary cap, you could trade your young assets for like Anthony Davis or Damian Lillard or these other guys. Like, you could put a contender together without hitting it in free agency in the summer, as long as you have the cap flexibility. But it's going to be a lot more pressure because he was brought in for this summer, and if he doesn't hit it this summer, it's going to be hard. But what I'm more concerned about, and just quickly before I'll get off in a second, but with Kevin Knox, I've never been, even when his shooting slumps were going down, I was never really worried about him on the offensive end. I think that he needs to obviously get a tighter handle. If he gets a tighter handle, he'll be able to get to his spots better. The shot will be more natural. He'll feel more comfortable on the court. But the thing I'm worried about him is that, assuming the Knicks, let's say, get a top 3 pick, they're either going to get, let's say they get like Zion, RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish, or John Morant, whoever it is. It's going to be a guy who scores, who's like scores a lot of, who's a good scorer, right? Mm-hmm. And like, or has scoring potential. And then assuming you bring in a free agent who has more scoring potential, he's not going to be able to stay on the court unless he gets his defense up. And his defense is atrocious.
Oh, yeah, they mentioned that on the top.
I definitely do the same thing, man. I've gone through that.
He might be the worst defender in the league. And listen, it's a bad. And listen, I understand he's 19. He gets bodied a lot. And he's also not used to playing so many games in a season. He's probably gassed by now. I know I read a stat saying that the only two guys that are younger than him are like Jaren Jackson and Isaac Bonga, and they've played like they've either been injured a lot more, played substantially less minutes than he has already. So that could be a factor, but again, it's what's between the ears. And he's depending on who we have next year, we're not going to need another like go-to scorer necessarily. And we're going to need someone like Frank who could play defense, or like Dot who could shoot the three consistently. And I'm just worried about where he's going to fit into the long-term plan. Is basically what I'm concerned with.
Okay. Appreciate the call, Ari, man.
Yes. No problem. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate that support, man. All right, yeah, he's right, man. Knox's defense, he's got to step that up. He's definitely got to step it up on the defensive end, JLs. No doubt about it.
That's a fact. That's what makes that Zion pick even more like hopeful, because you already know Zion is the type of person who's going to erase other people's mistakes.
Yeah,
sort of like a Mitch, and he's not going to really need the ball command the ball that much, because he's able to work off the ball and cut and block shots and even post sometimes. So if you get some of these other guys, all these other guys in the top three, I mean, after Zion, these guys aren't the best defenders, unless you're talking about Culver
probably,
yeah, Hunter or somebody. Then you all right.
Yeah.
But all facts by Ari there.
We need Zion, man. We need Zion, man. Commissioner Silver, make it happen. I'd take John Morant though. I'd definitely take John Morant as a backup plan. And St. John just cut into the lead a little bit, down by 10. 4 minutes left. Looks like they're going to make a desperation attempt to... Oh, and they get a steal off the timeout. Okay, down by 8. That's what we needed. 4.5 left in the game.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah, we need Zion, man. Back to what I was saying. We need Zion, man. Let's see what people in the chat have to say about Fizz. Shout out everybody in the chat once again. This is Knicks Postgame Live. #1 postgame show for the Knicks fan, by the Knicks fan. If you guys are new in the chat, welcome to all the new viewers. Please subscribe to the channel, support us, hit that thumbs up button, share these videos with your fellow Knicks fan. That is how you support the channel. If you want to support just two Knicks fans, put it on for the culture, put it on for the fan base to represent you guys. You know what I mean? TM in the chat. Shout out TM in the chat. He mentioned the Twitter group. We have about 70 people in the Twitter chat. It's been growing by the day. If you guys want to join the Twitter chat where we just, extend the conversation past the show, share these videos on Twitter with the hashtag PostgameNYK, and we will add you to the group. PostgameNYK. We will add you to the Twitter chat, and you can extend the conversation there, man. You can extend the conversation there.
Yeah, I'm not sure who subscribed to my channel. Shout out to whoever subscribed to my channel. I forgot to shout you out a while ago.
Yeah, that was Pocket Rockets. I saw that earlier, man. Pocket Rocket had subscribed to the Nick of Time show. So shout out to Pocket Rocket for doing that, man.
Word. And Michael Parker, your shirt's coming, Michael.
Yes, sir. Michael Parker just sent us a super chat. Shout out Michael Parker, #1 fan of the show. Absolutely. He said the Knicks draft envelope is being frozen as we speak.
All right. Thanks for the update.
I hope so, man. I hope so. Let's go back to the phones. Let's go to the West Coast, man. Ken from LA wants to talk about today's game on Knox and Money Mitch. Ken, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's popping, guys?
What's going on, man? How you feeling, bro?
Good. So I have a couple questions.
Yeah.
So, Kevin Knox was awesome today. I mean, he was hitting mid-range. Maybe that's because Kyle Korver was guarding him, but, he was amazing. But, I have a concern for him. His left handles, it's not good. But so, like, I have a question that if he has to improve his handles or not.
Oh, well, yeah, he definitely has to improve his handles, man, and appreciate the call. Yeah, he definitely has to improve his handles, along with his defense. Maybe that was Kyle Korver, as to why Knox got off so much. I was thinking that. I'm like, man, whoever is being guarded by Kyle Korver, can we run some plays at him, please? You know.
And yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened, man. Utah's a good team, though, man. Utah's definitely a good team. They were talking on the telecast about a potential Utah-Denver Nuggets opening round matchup. That would be interesting. That would be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be a slugfest out this playoffs, man. I can't wait for these playoffs, actually, man.
Yeah. First playoffs without LeBron in a long time, man. Going to be interesting.
Definitely going to be interesting. I don't think the ratings going to go down as much as they think.
Yeah. I find that interesting. Let's go back to L.I. Zay from L.I. wants to talk about the offseason. Zay, how you feeling, bro?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Chilling. Yo, if you got us on speakerphone, you got to take off the speakerphone, bro.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Y'all hear me?
Yep, perfect.
Yep,
much better now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yo, I was watching JL's show earlier. Yo, that was a good watch, man. I love what y'all doing. Y'all need to keep it up because this season's been hard. You got our ass beat twice.
Crazy. I gotta see if that's a record loss deficit in 2 games to a team, JLs, because it had to have been about 80 to 100 points.
Oh, yeah, 2 games. Oh,
because that first game we got washed by like 30, and this game we got damn near washed by 30.
Yeah, you're right. And thanks for the compliment.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm watching the game. The only thing I'm looking forward to is like seeing Knox improve or Mitchell Robinson with a block, or that's the only thing I'm looking forward to.
Exactly.
Facts. We out here looking for Mitchell Robinson blocks to win the game. It's funny because even in the Garden, down 30 points. I mean, the crowd was still up for good plays. They were still saluting the young guys when they made a good play here and there. So that was cool.
I'm telling you, when the Knicks are good, you guys are going to be on the show for like 2-3 hours. I'm telling y'all. Right now.
Hey, man.
When good.
Hope so,
it's going to be hard. Y'all going to get mad calls. Y'all going to be on for a double amount of time. But pretty much all I want to say is hopefully we have a better season next year. Hopefully everything works out. Praying for Zion. Pray for that. Your boy Frank, I think they should get rid of him, man. I think we should let Ninja P get rid of him for a first-round pick because I trust Ninja P because he's been working his magic. I think we get an ill first-round pick if we trade Frank. And keep hope alive. Y'all have a good one.
Yo, appreciate you, Zay. Appreciate the kind words too, my man. Keep supporting us, man. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, I don't think Frank is worth a first round right now. I don't think his value is that high.
Definitely not, man. Definitely not. The Ninja P moniker is catching on, JLS.
Yeah, man, catching fire a little bit.
I've seen a lot of people talk about Ninja P, man. That's good stuff.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get on the Ninja P shirt as soon as possible. Don't
got to, man. shout out to Zay. It's Sneaker Week, JLs. Did you know it was Sneaker Week on the MSG Network?
I did know.
Yeah, quite fitting because we've been getting our ass kicked for the last all week. Sneaker Week where the Knicks get dragged.
Yeah, Prince all up there. Man.
But what's your favorite sneakers while the Knicks are down by 30?
My favorite the Hewings, man. Knicks all day.
Check out MSG Beginnings with Dennis Smith Jr. as he talks about his favorite Asics that he used to wear in the park.
Mm-hmm.
While he's out mending his broken back at the age of 20, at the age of 19.
Exactly. Also check out Al Trotwood's favorite sneakers, just in case you're one.
My man need a Bacchiatovi. He's only 19, but any concerns with DSJ, man, with that back?
Yeah, that seemed that was out of nowhere, y'all. I wonder if it had anything to do with his declining play as of late. I wonder if he was trying to play through it and it just wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't happening.
Yeah.
I wonder. I hope, like, for him to have a back problem this young and for this long, like, what happened? Like, what's happening in practice or something? Because, man, everybody was going out during practice. It seemed like Trier was out during practice, too. Like, I didn't know he was injured.
Yeah, we had no Kadeem Allen, no ISO. ISO was out with a calf, they said. Frank, I don't even know. And, yeah, man, we had Mario and Kevin Knox in backup spot duty. A little Henry Ellenson as well, man.
Yeah. Wasn't that? Is that because wasn't ISO out with the calf before?
It was calf or hamstring. I think might have been a hamstring.
Okay.
Earlier. Yeah, it might have been a hamstring earlier. So
it was not a repeat injury.
Yeah. So people actually chimed in with their favorite kicks. Somebody mentioned the Grant Hills.
Okay.
Craig Williams in your chat said he almost got booked for his Grant Hills.
Oh.
I had the Grant Hill, the 2s and the 3s, the Fila Grant Hills. Those are pretty dope.
All right.
Yeah, those are pretty dope. Back in the day, my favorite kicks are probably the pennies. I had a lot of the pennies. Penny was my favorite player. Favorite non-Nick was definitely Penny. So the pennies were definitely some of my favorites. I didn't have too many Reeboks. I had like one pair of Sean Kemp's, and that was about it. I didn't have none of the Shaq, the Kamikazes, and nothing like that.
That's just like, I wasn't a big sneakerhead, man. I wasn't a big sneakerhead.
Okay, yeah.
Simple.
I was a pretty big sneakerhead back in the day. Still got a couple joints, man.
All right, got the closet full.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I'm looking at them right now. Yeah, man. I don't even wear them, man. You know.
It's all right. It's good for ornaments.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Oh, Ricky D said the Air Bacons. Ooh, those were nice. The Air Bacons were dope. The Air Bacons. There was a little bit of controversy with those Air Bacons, though. Those were cool, though. Aaron Flores says Gary Payton's. They are re-releasing the Gary Paytons too. I just saw that. They're retroing the Gary Paytons again.
Oh man, hold up, man. Yeah, speaking of humans, let's keep it Nick, baby. The Starburns. Let's go.
Oh, the Starberries?
Yeah.
The $15 joints from Stephen.
Yeah, man. There you go.
Stephen Barry's.
Yeah, exactly.
Stephen Barry's came out for a year and they closed all the stores. The clothes was too cheap, JLs.
Yeah. Coney Island's own, damn.
Oh man, Stephen. I remember I bought a hoodie from Stephen Barry's, man. That joint had no stretch to it, JLs. That thing was stiff. Them joints had no elasticity, man. I was not putting no Starberries on my feet, man.
Man, your joint was crunching when you bent your elbow.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, man. Those things they were just like straight box hoodies, man.
Pre-starch hoodies. That's crazy.
Oh, hell yeah. Man. Back to the phones. Let's go to Will from LI. I want to talk about Fizz and his coaching style. Will, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, CP Jones? How y'all doing?
Good. Right. How you feeling, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Hey, JL, so like the drip, like the hat, I see you out here. I see a little drip.
All right, yo.
I got copy one. I see you out here.
All right. My store is down, though. Like, yo.
And then going back to... and going on the sneakers a little bit, yo. You ever had the Iversons, the Allen Iversons? Oh, those were tough.
Nah, I didn't have the AIs, man. I didn't have none of the AIs, man. Yeah, man. People in chat said the British Knights.
I was out here bothering you.
The BK Diamond Cells, the Derek Coleman joints for the older heads in the chat.
Oh, man.
Yeah, what about the pumps? Did you pump before you dunk?
I didn't see pumps was Reebok. I didn't have much Reeboks with those Sean Kemps. I was a Nike head that programmed as a kid. You know, I was into that Nike propaganda from early, man. So I didn't have too many Reeboks.
They got you in there.
Checks over stripes.
Factuals, man. Well, what's good, Will?
Oh, man. What's happening? Oh, yeah. What my topic with Fizz, man? I think, when it comes to Fizz, we just can't look at him this season and really judge it. Like I understand when people say that when players do like stupid stuff defensively, how he should get up on them and like chew them up or whatever. Ultimately, it's just not his demeanor. He has it in spurts, but that's the pop. That's the I can't really think of any other coach out there that respects that can yell at any player other than pop, and everybody has to listen. But I just think that Fizz is going to take us to a point where when we have it, hopefully KD and have this team together, and he's going to get us really close, but I don't think he'll be the coach to take us to the promised land when it comes to taking a championship. I think he'll set down all the fundamentals right and get everything good, but then once those, fundamentals are in there, it's going to be like a Steve Kerr and Mark Jackson type situation where you probably gonna have to get like a coach that really knows what they're doing. But right now, listen, man, we ain't picky. We just looking for. We had Hornacek last year, and then before that we had what do you call it? Super dude from Phil Jackson's circle.
Fisher.
Who was the coach?
Fisher.
God, man,
yeah,
hearing his voice. Hearing his voice disgusts me. But yeah, it's just like, listen, we've been fucking for a while. So
he said, he gave him the Pusha T joint.
Yeah, I feel like if Fisher was trying to hit on his players' girlfriends and
he would do it
and fight Matt Barnes.
He
would have done it.
I heard that he was the WNBA coach. I was like, that he's about to sleep with all those people.
Oh, really?
All that. I was like, that's crazy. Yeah, he's a WNBA coach.
That's a slimy move, yo. I know what you're doing.
Out of control.
I know what you're doing, dirty, man.
Oh, man, it's crazy. Crazy. But yeah, man, it's just, listen, man, Fizz is just setting down groundwork. I get it that some guys aren't doing what they need to do defensively, but ultimately, I think we just gotta be patient with Fizz. I don't know if he's gonna be the coach that's gonna get us to that point once we're there, but just give him patience. I don't want to chew him up just like they're doing to Luke and all these other coaches. Give him time. So that was all, man.
Sounds good, Will, man. Appreciate the call, bro.
No problem. You have a good night.
You too, man.
All right.
All right, so Will from ALI says, give him patience, JLs. Have patience for Fizz. I got patience for him, 100%. I just want to know what you guys in the chat think about Fizz, but I definitely got patience for Fizz, man.
Yeah, I got patience too, man. It's not like I want him going next year or not like that.
Facts.
I still want to see what he does when he have a better team around them and see what let's see what he can do.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I want to see a coach actually live out their whole contract. You know what I'm saying? Beginning to end.
That would be nice.
Beginning to end. Let me see a coach live out his full contract and get to the full term, man.
Word, coach and GMCP. I want to see both of those guys more than 3 years. That seems to be the magic number with all these coaches and GMs here. 3 years and done.
Well, I mean, Ninja P, as you call him, first year has to be a success, man. When you look at, obviously the verdict is out on all these young guys, but to have 3 guys coming out of a draft that you figure will be at the very least, supporting cast members of this team going forward in Knox, ISO, and Mitch, that is a job well done. That is a job well done. Absolutely, no doubt about it, man. That's a job well done. So,
gonna earn a check this summer though. Woo.
Pressure's on.
Yeah, man.
Pressure's on, man. Shout out everybody in the chat once again. Locksman in the chat says he's watching this from Rikers, J. Ellis. I'm curious to know what side of the bars he's watching us from. I don't know. You be the judge.
You got the Wi-Fi like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Which part of Rikers are you watching us from? I hope it's the free part.
Word.
You know what I mean?
I guess he's a Knicks fan, man. I don't know if they get the Knicks in there.
No, I don't know, man. God knows what the hell's going on in that place. I don't want to know, JLs. I'm happy doing post games for the 14 and 58 Knicks. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. You hear the police outside my apartment all the time.
Facts. All right, he says he's on the outside. He's on the outside. All right, so he's
okay.
Yeah. He's a CO, man. He's a CO. He's CO. Derek McFadden says Rick Ross.
I got a budget for the lawyer, though.
Yeah, man. Let's go up to Maine. JL. Let's talk to Jake. He wants to talk about the draft and the chances of landing Zion. Jake, how you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good. How are you boys doing?
Good, man. What's going on?
You know, I'm just like, I just keep on thinking about this draft, you know, because you know how like things have been getting switched up. It was like the draft lottery and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been kind of stressing because, you know, we're at the bottom right now, and any other year we would always be guaranteed to get Zion. And honestly, I'm pretty pissed off that now, with the new draft lottery, it lowers our chances. Because honestly, I think Zion could be the future of this organization. Once we get Zion, pull over some other pieces, maybe get someone like Kyrie or like some other free agents. There's a couple free agents in the Warriors. But they can really get those guys plus Zion, turn this team around.
Listen, man, we need a franchise player. Yeah. We need to get back to the promised land.
Really bad.
I'm willing to put my chips in the Zion basket, Jay Ellis. I don't care about the flaws. I'll live with it. I don't care about the bust potential. I'll live with it. We need some generational talent here, man.
Yeah.
Badly.
Yeah, because especially a guy like that, people saying he's a possible next LeBron James, you know, Michael Jordan type player. And if that pans out, that could be crazy for New York. The city of New York needs something like that to happen. We haven't won a championship in decades. Come on.
You live in from New York, Jake, or you been in Maine all your life, man?
No, originally I'm from Long Island.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
You can hear the passion about New York when he's talking.
Yeah. Long Island in here heavy, JL. Respect us.
That ain't no Maine dude.
You know? L.I. ain't here, man. Okay.
Yeah, represent.
Represent, man. Well, hey, man, May 14th. May 14th,
thank you for having me on the show.
Of course, man. Call back anytime, man. More than welcome to, man.
Mm-hmm. Have a good night, fellas.
All right, Jake. That was Jake, not Jake from State Farm, but Jake from Maine.
Okay.
Strong Island out here, man.
Yeah, I don't think Zion's gonna be LeBron, bro.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna be that level. But I just I don't know, man. I'm not a scout. I'm not a coach. I'm not a basketball effort. I just talk hoops and I watch hoops. I just feel like I just see something in this kid.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I just see dominance from this kid, man.
Yeah, he has to hit. Definitely has to hit, man.
Real talk. I just see dominance from him, man. I don't know why. I just see it, flaws and all.
I feel like, to me, I know what I'm seeing. Like a short Giannis, yo.
Maybe
like a short Giannis, like a bully like a short Giannis. Like, get out the way.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, even you know the Blake comparisons, because I remember Blake's college run was Blake was killing everybody in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
destroying. I still didn't see. I saw Blake as being a really good player. I see Zion as still being a great player. I think he could be a great player, man.
Yeah, because even what Blake had, what he has to Blake is he has a defensive instinct that Blake didn't really have.
Yes.
And the motor is just the motor. That intangible motor is so sometimes underrated to me, man. Like, motor is a talent.
Yeah.
Motor is a talent.
He has that will. He has that will, man.
Yeah, man.
GC thinks he's a combination of Julius Randle and Blake.
That's fair.
Fair.
Julius can only go left too.
That is fair, man. All right, so they said they want me to run a sim. So here we go, man. You feeling lucky today, JLs? How you feeling today?
All right. We can't leave the sim from yesterday.
I know, that last one was good, man.
The last one was good. Like,
all right, we're going to run this sim lottery.
Jesus.
Here we go.
Afraid of Zion.
Tankathon says off. Fifth.
Fifth?
The sim says fifth on the first try.
Oh, my God.
The last one said first on the try. Oof.
DeAndre Hunter?
Let's see who they give us here. Well, let's do a sim mock draft. See if we have any better luck. 5th again. Oh, Cam Reddish.
Cam.
Oh my God, man. Bomani says, do that shit over.
I'm trading down.
Carlos is tight.
I'm trading down, dog. I'm trading down.
So, man, oh man. Well, 3rd time's a charm. Next game, I'm doing it. Oh my God, and they gave the Lakers the first pick. Oh my God! I didn't even. I'm cutting the cord, JL. The show's over. Show's over. We gotta turn this off. Turn this off. Oh man.
Oh my God. I'm doing my spiel, man.
Bruh. That was a nightmare scenario right there, JL.
Podcast on YouTube, SoundCloud. Back to UCP.
Yo. That I didn't even see that. I was looking at 5th.
Oh my God.
It's a lottery, man. Never say never. I hope it doesn't happen, but never say never, man. That is the lesson of today, folks. That is the lesson of the lottery.
Don't do. They don't blame you, CP.
Oh,
I think that happens. You know that, right?
Speaking of the lottery, I spoke to Nick from Statement Games. He's not in the chat right now. He's watching St. John's. St. John's lost. My fault, Nick. Shout out to all the St. John's alumni. We're gonna give away tickets to the draft during the lottery show. I'm gonna give away tickets to the draft during the lottery show. Stay tuned for that. Me and JLs, we got to be in the building again for the draft, JLs. We got to do that.
That was great. I mean, this one should be a short stay.
Should be a short stay, yeah.
It should be in and out.
Yeah, won't be much suspense for this one.
Exactly.
Probably not. You would think not, but you know what? March Madness could change that. You know, the tournament could change that.
That's true.
So, Craig Williams says, edit that part out for the reruns. Yeah, we should. Oof, that was ugly, man.
Oh,
that was ugly. Let's go to North Dakota. Marshall wants to talk about Kobe's comments on the Knicks, about the Knicks. Marshall, how you feeling out there, man? I hope you're staying warm, a little bit warmer than us. What's the weather out there today, man?
It's in the 30s, 40s this week.
Okay, so summertime.
We're warm. We're getting warm.
So, summertime in North Dakota today, JL. Yep. No doubt.
All right.
I'm telling you, man. We were walking around in just regular, like, like the springtime jackets and no gloves, no nothing like that. It was just nice jackets. And, you know what I mean?
Y'all ditched the moose coverings and the moose fur hats that y'all be wearing out there. I know you got one of those, Marshall. I know you got an elk. I know you got an elk North Face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I gotta be wearing the fur sometime, you know.
Oh, of course, man. But so Kobe, it was interviewed by Frank Isola, and he was asked what his dream team would be if he wasn't a Laker, and he says it was the Knicks, man. Marshall, what do you think about that?
I think that would have been amazing. The reason I brought up this is just to have a little fun and see what you guys thought about it, and see what the reaction of the Knicks Nation would be to like have those. How many rings did Kobe bring to LA, and then just see that whole Mamba mentality in New York. And I just wanted to see what you guys' thoughts were about that whole article. You know what I mean?
Well, Broadway Mamba would have been nice, Yales.
Yeah.
Would have been nice.
Oh, my God.
You know.
Depending on what year.
Depending on what year, right? Depending on what year.
Knicks do.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you about to retire? Come here. Give you the max.
Yeah. Supposedly he flirted with him, but hey, man, it would have been nice, you know?
Yeah, it would have been nice. But,
true.
It's cool that he retired there, though. I mean, he's one of the few players who actually stayed with one team for his whole career.
Yeah.
So it was cool for him to be there.
I think for me, true. But I think for me, what the biggest thing that stuck out in that article is playing at the Garden and being at the Garden, and the Garden being the center for a destination for free agents and big name marquee names in the NBA to come to. And so I think we need to get back to
making the Garden a powerhouse, because he was talking about the Garden. Well, he's also talking about the Boston Garden, or and then somewhere in Chicago. I never knew like Chicago had a big name stadium that people like flock to just to go there.
Oh, of course.
That type of deal.
Well, yeah, you know that, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things we need to make Madison Square Garden and the city of New York. I think we need to embrace something as far as making it a destination for people to come to. Well, no matter how crappy the Knicks may be for that year or whatever it is, but they want to bring their brand to New York for the Madison Square Garden in general. You know what I mean?
Nah, I hear you, man. I hear you, bro. And appreciate the call, Marshall. Enjoy summer in North Dakota, man. You guys earned it, man.
Of course.
I mean, J. Ellis, hopefully, maybe it was good that Kobe put some good out there on our name, after the last couple of weeks, we've been dragged through the mud.
Yeah, help us get a little bit of respect on.
Kobe put some respect on our name.
Yeah, we're still a well respected, destination.
Only because he destroyed us.
He can sleep well, right? Good about us later.
Only because he destroyed us. And part of it is, which we spoke on Fizz earlier, the players, we have to start commanding respect again in our house, man. We're not being respected in this place, bro.
Yeah, man.
Spider Mitchell was out there all smiles.
Yeah, man. None of that more. I'm waiting for Mitch, man. I think Mitch is going to be the one, dog. Mitch is going to be the one. I feel like Mitch is going to be the leader of this team, the defensive leader.
Yes. Has to be.
I can see that for him.
Do not trade Mitch for an entitled Anthony Davis.
Is he entitled?
He's a Nah, that whole thing, man, that was terrible, man. Can't do that. You can't go to the All-Star game and be like, well, yes, I will play for this team and I will play for this team. They handled that terribly, J. Ellis. Terribly, man.
They did.
Terribly, man.
The CBA is gonna have some kind of clause in there for that.
They handled that. That's embarrassing, man. And it's embarrassing to the Pelicans. It's especially embarrassing to the Lakers because there's no way in hell they're gonna get traded. They're gonna trade him to the Lakers.
Oh no.
Hey,
he's making a beeline in the Celtics to look like.
And that whole thing, it just comes back to LeBron and his whole team. It comes back to LeBron and his whole team. That whole Anthony Davis fiasco, man. But say that to say, Mitch has to be the tone setter for this franchise, man, on a defensive standpoint.
Yeah, man, gotta be, man. And Mitch is a goon, man. Who better to lead than a goon?
Facts. Mitch is a goon.
You need somebody tough to lead this team, tough-minded.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Command respect. I think he command respect for the squad for sure.
Definitely, man. Shout out everybody in the chat once again. This is Knicks Postgame Live, #1 show for the Knicks fans, by the Knicks fans. CP from KnicksFanTV. My man J. Ellis from the Nick of Time Show. Make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button.
Please.
Hit that thumbs up. Share these videos with your fellow Knicks fan. That is the support that we need from you guys to keep this going forward. You heard Zay from LI say once his team improves, the show is going to blow up. But we need our diehards to help us get there. Need our diehards to help us get there. But you guys have been doing a great job so far, man.
That's a fact, man. Thanks for rocking with us so far, man. In a losing season so far. 10 games left. Y'all still going hard with us. Definitely appreciate you, guys.
Absolutely, man. Coach, he says, what about player ratings? We haven't done player ratings in about a month. Can't do player ratings when he loses about 35 points, man.
Yeah, man.
Everything just gets too skewed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. Like, even if you dropped 20, that's cool. When you gave up like 45, like
exactly. You can't. Player ratings is tough, man. Player ratings is tough. Well, we did mention the guys that had decent outings still. Kevin Knox still had a decent outing. Mario Hezonja, Super Mario, gave it his best tonight. Mitchell Robinson gave it his best tonight.
He broke 20 points for the first time.
Season high, man. I'm warming up to bringing Mario back, man. I've been warming up to it, man. I don't know if it's the wine or what, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Probably is.
Yeah. I'm nice right now. I'm nice. What else? I was gonna talk about something else. I forgot. How about Frank? Frank is coming back soon. He's got 10 games left. Jay Ellis, what do you what is your expectation? Jay Ellis in the chat.
I
pose this question to you. It's 10 games left. What
he hasn't played enough. He hasn't played in 23 games, though. Yeah. Like, I don't know what the hell to expect. I don't know what the franchise is thinking. I don't know what to think. Like, I don't know. Like, how much can you do with 10 games left in the season and you haven't played in a month?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, there's so much things in play, so much in flux. Between the draft, between free agency, between our own free agents. You know, what happens with DSJ? What happens with Moutier? Do we draft John Morant? Do we get Kyrie? Do we get Kemba Walker? That's 5 scenarios right there. I'm just talking about from a point guard standpoint, you know.
Yeah. It's just not enough information to go, like, these past 10 games is not enough information. Man.
Yeah.
That injury really set things up.
It set him back. Set him back. Set him back, man. Then you hearing about all the trade rumors and all that. You know that they try to get rid of him. They try to get rid of him at the deadline. They're trying to get rid of him at the draft. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It really, like I said, like it really depends, man. This can go these so many scenarios can go 29 different ways. The only thing I can say is if Frank ends up dropping 51 in the game, then they might keep him.
Does the D'Angelo Russell resurrection give you any hope for the Frankers or Team Moutier? Does that give you any hope? I was talking to Macri about that this morning, coming off of D'Angelo Russell's monster season and monster outing last night. You know, he's a young player, man.
Yeah.
And the Lakers discarded him for nothing.
Yeah.
Kobe traded him, or Magic traded him, rather. You know, the Kobe fiasco, the locker room fiasco had hurt him. But, you know, are we bailing on this kid, Frank, too early?
Like, I've always kind of said, even if he's not good here, I feel like he'll be good eventually. It's all a matter of timelines at this point. I stand by that. So I feel like he'll be a good NBA player at some point.
Yeah,
for sure.
Hey, man, what you see in Frank is kind of like a microcosm of an NBA career, man. It's a next man up league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just because you were a high draft pick, a high lottery pick, highly touted, hey,
yeah,
you gotta perform. You gotta stay healthy. You gotta perform. You gotta show and prove, or else, you know, you could be on the way out, man.
Yeah, man. You could be on the way out, depending on. Let's just say this league is like sometimes it's not even just about good or not good. It's the timing, like I said. It's timing mixed with money, mixed with opportunity, mixed with depth. Like if you don't have a lot of depth in front of you, and you have more opportunity, and you cost less money, you'll get more opportunity to prove yourself, and it can work out for you. But it's looking bleak. I'll say that.
It's looking pretty bleak, man. Pretty bleak. Let's see what the chat thinks about this. Paul Quick says, frankly, no one cares. Shout out Paul Quick. The shooter says he's coming back in playoff mode. Above the Rim says, well, first he's been asking about the soundboard. I got to get on it. I've been lazy on it. I'll get the soundboard back together. He says, I can see Moutier instead of Frank on the D-Lo progression. Ace Bez says he should have been a second-round pick. Keith Sinclair says he's staying patient with Frank. Right. LV Dallas says we'll regret giving up on him. He can get it together. Locksmain says never give up on a young player. Ayo Pal, Frank to the G League.
Where Craig Williams says, I keep starting one, Frank will be traded and play great somewhere else.
Hope not. Hope not. I'm not ready to give up on him, man. That's my thing. I'm not ready to give up on him. I just think his back's against the wall right now. You know, I don't want to believe all the trade rumors and that, but like I've been feeling from even last year that they're not high on him.
Yeah.
And I just hope that, you know, they stay patient with him. I just hope that they stay patient with him.
Yeah, man.
And see what he can
do. Will from LI said D'Lo needed 4 years.
4 years. D'Lo needed 4 years. You know, D'Lo needed 4 years. Doesn't look like we'll get to see that Frank and DSJ pairing that people was looking at.
Man.
Hoping for.
Yeah, exactly. When Frank comes back, DSJ is still going to be out, man. I heard he's going to be reevaluated next week.
Next week, they say. Next week. So we'll see how that works out for DSJ. Ari Rada says, give me DSJ and Moutier back, no Frank. That's how Ari feels about it. Salute to E. Music. What's going on, E. Music?
All right.
Hustle Music says he needs confidence in his offense. That's for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. I hope that they find a way to maximize this kid's talents. That's all I'll say.
Word. I wanted to see him come back today and see if he can dunk on Rudy Gobert again.
Yeah. Would he climb the Stifle Tower, as they call it? Would he climb the Stifle Tower is the question, man.
Would he do it again?
Absolutely. What else? Couple other things before we wrap up. Do we have any calls? It looks like we got a call coming through. So while we wait on him, we talked about Dotson. Dotson's accomplishment. 5th Knicks player in history to have now 6 straight games with 3+ 3-point makes. And he joined the group of Earl, Melo, Starks, and Steph.
Let's go Dot.
Whole team splash, brother.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean? It was a good pickup. I still like Dotson. I think he's gonna help us.
Well, definitely for sure. I think he hit 3 threes today.
Absolutely, man. He did. Yeah, so that's why I said 6 games. Okay. The aftermath of the Mitch fiasco with Kyle Lowry, the Raptor stands were coming for Mitch in his social media. So Mitch clapped back. He changed his IG profile. He says, Mitchell Robinson from New Orleans / we the South, don't get hurt. Then he threw up the rock star. Goon
status.
Goon status. Don't get hurt.
Don't get hurt.
Facts. Shout out to Mitch.
Man. Shout out to Mitch. Yo, Mitch, chill. I know you're a goon for real life. I know you can take all these little internet goons, but chill, dog. You got mad money. Man. Money's coming.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't need to knock nobody out, Mitch.
Facts. That's my guy, man. Happy birthday to Spike, 62 today. Spike turned 62.
Hey, shout out to Spike.
Happy birthday to Spike. And happy birthday to Jay Crossover, Jay Ellis. Jamal Crawford.
Yeah.
Has a birthday today. Forgot how old he turned, but it doesn't matter because he's still one of my favorite Knicks, and he still needs to be respected. Jamal Crawford, man.
Man, I love that, man.
Yeah. Happy birthday to JC. I sent him a mix I had made on Twitter. And yeah, he liked it on Twitter, man. Shout out JC, man. He likes my tweets on Twitter. Yeah, when I shout him out on Twitter. I don't know if he's got a I don't know if he's got a social media team, but I'm gonna pretend he doesn't. Just say we're boys. You know what I'm saying?
That was personal.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pretend he doesn't and just say we're boys. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you. It seemed like he might be on Twitter like that, dog. Because I don't know. I saw like some kind of clip of him today talking about how when he scored like 50 in the Garden and how his phone was breaking up, and he said that happened today. He would run right to his phone and check Twitter. So that might actually be him.
Might be JC,
like
man.
Connected. Yeah.
Definitely. Paul Quick says he's finally washed, but salute to JC. Yeah, finally, man. He still looks like a young guy, man, but he's finally come back down to earth.
Yeah, man.
I wish he would have went to Golden State or something and gotten a ring.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It was funny when I saw Sunday night after the Nets Clippers game and when Lou Will sunk the Nets when that buzzer beater, I looked on basketballreference.com and I was just doing a comparison of Lou Williams and JC. Their numbers are split down the middle, man. I don't know how many game winners each guy has or clutch buckets, any clutch statistics. Who would you take, though, man, between JC and Lou Williams as your sixth man? It's a tough choice, man.
Like in their prime?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's tough, man.
I don't know. The numbers are literally every category is like.
I would take just JC off for nostalgia purposes. But
yeah.
That's really what it is, but man, both of those guys are incredible.
Yeah, man.
And I know it is too. I like JC's crossover.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Style points. I'll take JC for style points too.
Absolutely, man. People in chat saying, Lou, we got a couple Lou Williams heads in here. I don't the numbers are split down the middle, man. Split.
That's crazy.
I'm telling you.
Second coming.
Two good offensive weapons off the bench, man. Lou Williams is just incredible.
You think this is gonna be Crawford's last year?
It should. I wish he would have went to Golden State to get a ring.
Me too.
But and Vince Carter, him and Vince Carter is like, Yum really must love the game. Stick around like that. They went to two of the worst teams in the NBA, man.
Oh yeah, they didn't care.
Yeah. Paul Quick's JC was more fun to watch, though. I agree with that. He was definitely more fun to watch.
That's what I'm saying. Picking JC for the entertainment factor.
Absolutely, definitely more playground ball in him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else we got here? March Madness has started already. The playing games have started already. St. John's is out of it. Sorry for the St. John's fans and the locals. St. John's is gone. Yeah, St. John's is gone, man.
No.
Facts. So St. John's lost, but people in the chat, as has been the custom all year long, you too can be winners. We are doing a March Madness bracket. You guys have until Thursday, the free tournament. We're doing two tournaments for March Madness. We're doing a free tournament, and we're doing a paid tournament. I'm going to put the link to the free tournament in the chat right now. All you got to do is just click the link, sign up, and pick your brackets. Okay? So I just put that in the chat. For the paid tournament, it's a $20 entry fee. And it's going through Statement Games. You have to go to Statement Games. If you haven't signed up for Statement Games, sign up. I'm going to put the link to Statement Games in the chat right now.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. Hold on.
I'm going to put the link to the Statement Games in the chat right now. You go to Statement Games, sign up. You'll see the March Madness contest. Just click join and proceed. You don't have to pick any statements. Once you click join and proceed, that will send a notification to Nick and Statement Games, and he'll send you an email on how to pay and how to play. So there's two links in the chat. The first link was the free for the free game, and the second link is for the paid game. All right? Two links. You guys have until tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, to get all your brackets finished. I saw some people, Carlos Martinez filled out his brackets real early. Some people came in early. You have until 10:30. What were you saying, Jails?
Oh, yeah, links in the description as well.
Links in the description as well. Yep.
But yeah, I'm posting mine up right now.
Okay, cool. Links in the description as well. Speaking of the draft, if you guys missed any of our draft discussions with either Spencer, the front office eye, or Tommy Beer, the link is in the show menu at the top right. Hit that eye icon and click on those links. Definitely keep up with those videos. We'll have some more guests on after the tournament as well. But if you missed the Tommy Beer interview, if you missed the Spencer front office eye interview on the draft and those prospects and their breakdown, definitely check those out. And let us know what you thought about those interviews as well. And Let's see if we have any chat Q&A. If we don't have any chat Q&A, we'll go ahead and wrap up, man.
All right.
Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. Just hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the videos. Once again, if you guys want to extend the conversation and join the Twitter chat, share these videos with Postgame NYK on Twitter, and we will add you to the chat immediately. You were saying something, Jails?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm good. Not saying much.
Okay. First question from Cody says, how can we reform the AAU circuit to ensure that these young men are receiving training on fundamentals? I don't know. That's a good question, man. I'm not really too sure. I think part of it is these guys are leaving college on the first ship out, first year out. And a lot of these guys, a guy I thought about the other day was Trey Lyles. You remember Trey Lyles, JLs?
Yes.
Trey Lyles came out of Kentucky. He had he had a good tournament a couple years ago. He was in the Porzingis draft. Trey Lyles, I believe. He was in the Porzingis draft. Ends up getting drafted by Utah. But just hasn't, they hyped him up so much. He came out, but he just hasn't really, put it together to really have a good career just yet.
That's what he's talking about, man. Those fundamentals, man. I can get that in the AAU. I don't know how to get that in the AAU circuit, but
yeah,
that would definitely help if they actually taught them certain skills before they even got to college. Because a lot of these guys are getting in off of straight up athleticism.
Yes.
And instinct right now.
Yeah.
It's funny because you get in the league, you're like 19, you don't really have any fundamentals. Then I heard somebody say this today, and it was a great point. I don't know what show I was watching. They was talking about they don't have fundamentals, and you have like 3 or 4 years to get things together, and you're really nowhere close because you never had the fundamentals in the first place, and you can't end up just blossoming in year 6 or 7 just because you don't have that missing piece. So I don't know how to do it, but it'll be great to have that in the AAU circuit. Sure.
Yeah. I agree with that. CP, the artist, says after the Knicks game, Donovan Mitchell gave Frank credit and said that he was the Knicks' toughest defender. He says, when will Knicks fans get that through their heads and have some patience with the kid?
Donovan going to bat.
Donovan going to bat for Frank. But the defense isn't the issue as much. Yes, he took a step back. It's really the offense.
Yeah.
It's really the offense is where we have to find Frank's niche.
Yeah, man.
I feel like
he took some, I personally feel like he took a step in the right direction, but it's just like I didn't see him bang on anybody last season.
Yeah.
But I feel like he had 2 or 3 of those this season. And he just needs more time, man.
Just needs more time. I agree with that. Ayo Pal says no player ratings. Word. How about giving us the tank ratings?
Tank ratings.
On a tank rating, that was a 10 out of 10. I'll tell you that.
Perfect.
That was a 10 out of 10.
Stuck the landing.
Yeah. Pal says, why not send Frank to Westchester for even more cap space? I mean, look at how Kadeem Allen developed. You can't do that. Can't send Frank to Westchester for cap space.
No, not for cap space. You can send him to develop.
Can't.
Yo, I would actually send him down. I would actually have him go, since we have a 6-game homestand, I would actually have him go back and forth. I have him go in the G League and have him go in the G League and play during these last 10 games. Double it up.
Speaking of G League, my man Isaiah Hicks never got his opportunity, man.
Word. Cody's writing an angry letter right now, man.
That's why we haven't heard from Cody Emanuel, the president of the Isaiah Hicks fan club, bro.
Hey, I heard he's hitting threes now.
He's averaging about 16 points in the G League. I don't know. Isaiah Hicks never got his shot, man.
Yeah.
Also, music says F Hicks. He's
not so.
Hicks never got his time in the sun, man.
Oh, man.
Mike says, would you rather Cam, Culver, or Hunter? At this point, I'd rather Culver. Let's see what happens after the tournament. But I'd rather Culver at this moment. He's rising.
Culver,
he's rising. Mm-hmm. Mike also says, would you trade Frank for early second or late first? I don't think they were getting the first, and I wouldn't trade him for the second. I don't see much value in that. I'd rather take my chances in developing him than going for an unknown in a late round.
I definitely would want him to develop, man. It's value too old to trade him, and it's not. Yeah, I'll try to develop him.
Exactly. Mike also says, Mike came with the trifecta. He says, if Ja's available at 4, would you take him or go Cam, Culver, or Hunter route? I take Ja. I'm taking Ja. Where are you going, JLs?
I still like Culver, but only because I don't know. Me personally, I don't think Ja is that much better than DSJ. I think it's like incremental. Okay. But I would take Ja if I want to use him as a trade chip for something else, or either him or DSJ for a trade chip for something else, knowing somebody else wants one. Man. I would do that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Somebody in the chat says, who is the true tank commander? Who's the tank commander of this team?
Oh man. I don't know. Command by committee, man.
Good answer, Jails. good answer. It has been tank commander by committee. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I don't know. I can't put my hands on it. It's definitely been by committee. Simmerjit says Ace says Moutier. Simmerjit says Fizz. Frank Mato says Dolan.
Dolan.
That's hilarious. Duty A.
Yeah.
Natty Solo says everyone is the Frank commander on this team. I hear you, man. I hear you, fellas, man. All right. Yo, good show, man. Good show, J. Ellis. Good show, everybody in the chat. Let's get out of here. J. Ellis, go ahead and sign out, my dude.
Yeah, man. Definitely check out the YouTube, the newest show on show on YouTube.com, the Nick Time Show. My friends, we got a fancy new camera. I'm in HD and everything. So definitely check that out. And also, if you want to check I'm mad tired right now. If you want to check my SoundCloud, if you want to check the podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, all that stuff, you definitely do that as well. SoundCloud link is in my bio. Also, my merch, my store is down. My whole website's down, but I'm hoping to get that back up. I don't know what's down at. But also follow me on Nick Time Show, Nick Time Podcast, Twitter, Facebook, all that, Instagram, blah, blah, blah. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Back to you, CP.
All good, JLs, man. Rest up, but good show, my dude.
All right.
Definitely good show. And, yo, man, tough loss. What are you going to do? Knicks get absolutely destroyed. 137-116 to the Utah Jazz. 14-58 on the campaign. We got 10 games left, people. Hang in there. Well, for everybody that hung in there with us, man, hanging with us all year round, I appreciate the support. Once again, if you could leave us that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel like I Know One Q just did. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Twitter groups. Share this video on Twitter with Postgame, hashtag PostgameNYK. We will put you in the Twitter chat to continue the conversation. Catch the show in audio format. Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, Alexa. Merch is in the video description. Click on the link in the video description to go to the KnicksFanTV store and cop your merch. You can follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at KnicksFanTV. Always there, always talking Knicks. Get your March Madness brackets in by 10:30 tomorrow. The links are down in the video description and also in the chat to the free game and the paid game. So definitely check that out. And you guys have until 10:30 to get that done, man. So once again, hey man, tough loss, but we'll be back on Friday. Shout out to everybody that joined us once again, man. J. Ellis, good show. And I'll check you guys Friday, man. Peace.